The Death of Expertise by Tom Nichols. Since the beginning of time, access to information and news has been one of the things that disturb people on a daily basis. As man, regardless of his culture and the time in which he lives, remains in an urgent need of knowledge and awareness of everything that happens around him, whether in his society or in the world as a whole. In the past, access to information and news was very difficult due to the scarcity of news resources and the fact that they were under the control of certain institutions or persons. At that time, checking and verifying the truth was impossible, especially for the normal person. The ongoing debate is still raging between experts and ordinary people. When any topic is discussed, we find two contradictory parties. The first is the intellectuals who believe that the common people don't understand anything. And the other is the ordinary people who don't trust anyone who claims to be an expert. With the advent of the internet in the 20th century, a quantum leap occurred in the field of spreading and discussing news, science, and facts. Therefore, this raised the heightened conflict between the opinions of experts and the opinions of ordinary people. With the dawn of search engines such as Google and social media such as Twitter and Facebook, you can access any information in a matter of seconds by browsing Google, and Twitter brings you news from all over the world, even before it's published by the most prestigious newspapers or international news agencies. This paradigm shift has placed great power and extraordinary authority in the hands of public opinion in various fields. For example, the great debates that we see on the internet receive great attention despite the fact that they contradict proven scientific facts. The most famous of these may be the debate about the fact that the Earth is flat, which is a topic that's attracting a wide audience on the internet day after day. Or the discussion about vaccinations given to children and the false allegations that they are harmful and may cause the emergence of autism in children. All this is despite years of continuous scientific research to refute these misconceptions among the general public. What's more is that the craze of social media has enabled famous people such as media professionals and film actors to wrongly influence public opinion about information and topics that don't relate to them and that they don't have enough experience to speak about them in public. Be to remember, the revolution of the internet and social media provoked the conflict between experts and the general public and provided platforms for the transmission of false information. Ease of access to information with a huge amount of information accessible to everyone on the internet was one of the most important factors that increased the confidence of ordinary people in the amount of knowledge they have. But in fact, this is nothing more than a fake confidence resulting from a confusion between the concept of access to information and the concept of knowledge. Many people don't hesitate to express their opinions on the most complex topics, even if a person doesn't have a scientific degree in a complex topic such as engineering and aircraft manufacturing. For example, he believes that by reading some Wikipedia articles or watching some YouTube videos, he will have a complete understanding that enables him to speak confidently about the aircraft industry, and even express his opinion on the latest economic implications of the Airbus A380 industry, or perhaps argue strongly against any other opinions, even if they are with relevant expertise. If you want to see a real example of this phenomena, all you have to do is to see the comments of a YouTube video or the tweets of followers on Twitter. These human habits are not strange to human beings, as they are human biases and natures that may be innate in experts and ordinary people. The lack of awareness concerning the truth of things may be a main cause of people's insistence that they know the things they are talking about. Another human trait that can lead us to misunderstand things is our tendency to search only for information that agrees with what we basically believe in. The concept of this trait is known to many psychologists and experts, and it's called confirmation bias, which is the tendency to search, interpret, and remember information that matches our beliefs and assumptions only, while ignoring everything that contradicts these beliefs. Nassim Taleb and Ed Catmull discussed this concept in their books, Skin in the Game and The Creativity Inc., which were reviewed in previous episodes of the Khairij Ali series. Confirmation bias is a human characteristic that the most skilled experts such as engineers and doctors may fall into when they focus only on symptoms and data that comply with their primary counterparts, whether in diagnosing patients or solving engineering problems. Bit to remember: illusions of knowledge and erroneous views are caused by innate human traits, which both experts and ordinary people fall into. If you are a user to the popular website Facebook, you must have come across some news or an article that contains information that made you question its credibility at first sight. Although the internet has provided a platform open to everyone, it has opened the way for false news to spread widely and steadily without any verification or control. There are very few restrictions that prevent anyone from posting anything on the internet. In the midst of this huge amount of information that its authenticity is not established, only people who are familiar with the rules of research and how to verify sources of information are safe from its danger. But on the other hand, the majority of readers are not trained to recognize fake articles and news, and social media can easily mislead them. This issue becomes even more difficult because of the fact that many people have the concept of confirmation bias. Some would say that we can avoid the danger of fake news by following trusted media, but if we look at news sites as well, we find that they are under pressure to provide the largest amount of media content to satisfy the increasing demand for information and news on the global network. All this led to an overall decline in the quality of news presented on the internet, even to the point where it led to the internet being flooded with fake news or news that doesn't provide real value to the recipient. All of this is due to the commercial side of the internet, which determines revenue by the user's interaction rates. Regardless of the quality of the content, in order to achieve profit, news sites publish articles and news designed to be entertaining, attractive, and debatable, regardless of whether they provide informative or scientific value or not. All of which led many internet users to believe that they are qualified to express their opinion on various topics and analyze the most complex issues, whether they are social, political, or economic. Bit to remember: the internet is full of fake news and aimless content, and all of this is because of the commercial side of the internet that runs after following and interaction statistics. Despite the importance of consulting the opinion of experts in various fields of life, we must not lose sight of the fact that experts are just human beings like us and that their opinions can be right and wrong as well. Unfortunately, the failure of experts to provide correct opinions and analysis can lead to greater consequences than others, as this may increase public skepticism regarding their opinions in the future. A large part of the experts' work lies in predicting what might happen in the future based on the analysis of past historical events, but events have proven to us that experts can fail miserably in predicting future events. For example, the recent US presidential elections, in which a number of countless opinion polls and political experts have predicted the winning of Hillary Clinton, and they were finally shocked by Donald Trump's victory. This also applies to experts' predictions about the United Kingdom's referendum to leave the European Union, Brexit. Bit to remember: experts may make mistakes in their analysis and predictions. However, we must continue to work with them to learn from these mistakes and improve our understanding of the past and the future. Thanks for watching. Please follow our social media accounts. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel.